ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம் ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம். SrIvaishNava prachAraka development program. We've been having this program for the past few years. We've already completed 2 batches in Tamil and 3 batches in English. And we've had many Bhagavatas who have gone through this course and benefited largely in a personal front as well as engaging in Kaikaryam. So today we are commencing a new batch of prachAraka development program. In this session, in this commencement session, Adiyan will explain the purpose of this program, the content of this program, and what are the rules and regulations for those who are attending this program. Let's start with the purpose of this program, because we need to know why we are doing this. SrIvaishNava prachAraka development program. That is the name of the program. First we will see who is SrIvaishNava, because we all belong to SrIvaishNava Sampradayam and we want to do something for our Sampradaya. That is why we have gathered here. So first we will see who is a SrIvaishNava. The direct definition for SrIvaishNava is given by Tirumazhi Alvar. No other Alvar has given it in such a crisp manner. Many principles are present in many Alvar's pasarams, but who is a SrIvaishNava? That is explained very clearly by Tirumazhi Alvar. Tiruvaditan namam marandum purandozha mandar. That is the definition for SrIvaishNava as given by Tirumazhi Alvar. Tiruvadi means Swami. Tiruvaditan namam, the name of Swami, Lord. Marandum, even if you forget. Purandozha mandar, those who don't worship other devatas. So the definition here is SrIvaishnavas are those who, even if they forget Bhagavan's name, they will not engage in worshipping other devatas. This has to be understood clearly, because usually people will just say Marandum Purandozha mandar for SrIvaishnavas. Marandum Purandozha mandar means even forgetfully one will not worship any other devata. Such person is SrIvaishnava. That means he is worshipping only Sriman Narayana. But here, Tirumazhi Alvar, his statement should be seen fully. Tiruvaditan namam marandum purandozha mandar. So even if one forgets the name of Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana, they should not worship any other devata. That is the full definition. What does that mean? If we give a practical example, we will understand. There is a husband and wife. Let's say they have a fight with each other. Even they stop talking to each other during that fight. That is fine. Even if they stop talking to each other, that is fine. Because the fight will be over sometime later and they will make up and they will reconcile and they will be okay. But when they are not talking to each other, if they go to somebody else, let's say the girl goes to some other man or the man goes to some other woman, then reconciliation will not be possible at all. So here the statement is, even if one forgets Sriman Narayana, that person that time also should not be engaged in other devata worship. So such person is known as SrIvaishnava. Why would you forget? Why would we not say the name of Bhagavan? Maybe sometimes when we become very close to Bhagavan, we may have some reason to be upset with him. Yes, when somebody is very close, they may get upset for something. So in that case, we may not even say Bhagavan's name. But even at that time, we should not think about other devatas. So that is the one nice definition, very clear definition of Sri Vaishnava. So one who accepts that Bhagavan Sriman Narayana as the supreme and he as the master and not going to any other devata. So this is the definition given by Tirumanishi Alvar. Other Alvars have also explained about who a Sri Vaishnava is, like being very devoted to Sriman Narayana and so on. But Tirumangi Alvar nicely elaborates this point to a further level, higher level. We saw that one who doesn't worship other devatas and one who worships only Sriman Narayana is Sri Vaishnava. To extend it further, Tirumangi Alvar, Parakala Swami, he says, மற்றுமோர் தெய்வம் உளதென்று இருப்பாரோடு உற்றிலேன் உற்றதும் உன் அடியார் கடிமை. That is what Tirumangi Alvar says. He says, if there is somebody who says that there is another God, another supreme being, then I will not even mingle with that person. I will stay away from that person. And உற்றதும் உன் அடியார் கடிமை. I will be always devoted to your devotees, your servitors. So this is further explanation for what was given by Tirumanishi Alvar. Tirumanishi Alvar says that one who is not going to other devatas and one who worships Sriman Narayana is Sri Vaishnava. And such Sri Vaishnava, what should he do? He should stay away from not just other devatas, but other devatas' devotees also. And he also says that Sri Vaishnava should really be totally serving and surrendering to Bhagavan's dear devotees. Uttradum un adiyar kadime. I am a servitor of your devotees. So who are these devotees? Again, they will be having that definition. Previously we saw those who are completely surrendered to Sriman Narayana and not worshipping any other devatas. Those are the devatas, those are the devotees, those are the Bhagavatas which we are surrendered to. So not only we are surrendered to Bhagavan, but we are also surrendered to Bhagavatas who are totally committed to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, those who are totally surrendered to Sriman Narayana. This is the main definition of Sri Vaishnava. There are also other definitions given by other acharyas. For example, Nanjiyar says that when someone is suffering, if we see that suffering and we feel sorry for that, oh, what a sad situation for that person. If we feel bad for others' suffering, then we can be assured that we are Sri Vaishnava. So that is another definition given for Sri Vaishnava. And there is an extension for this. Nambillai explains. Nambillai is dear disciple of Nanjiyar. He explains that nobody needs to come and tell that we are Sri Vaishnavas, because we can know that ourselves. How will we know ourselves? That can be known by these two things. Let's say one person is suffering, one Bhagavata is suffering. At that time we see that suffering and we feel as if we are suffering and we feel bad for that. Then we can assure that we are a Sri Vaishnava. On the other hand, if that person, when that person is suffering, if we feel happy, oh, he deserves that, he has troubled me so many times, he deserves this suffering, then we can be sure that we are not Sri Vaishnava. So this is one aspect. Similarly, the contrary also, the vice versa also, that is, if a person is happy, if a Bhagavata is happy, if we also feel happy as if we are happy, then we can be assured that we are Sri Vaishnava. When he is happy, we see that and we feel jealous. Why he is getting all the happiness? Why I am not getting it? Then we can be sure that we are not Sri Vaishnavas. This is explained by Nambillai. So there is generic definition and there is specific definition for Sri Vaishnava. But mostly in all of these cases, Sri Vaishnava also relates to Panchasamskaram, because Panchasamskaram is the way we officially announce that we are totally devoted to Bhagavan Sriman Narayana. So that Panchasamskaram plays an important role in determining who is a Sri Vaishnava also. But beyond that, the quality is more important. Beyond just the external panchasamskaram, it is the internal feeling, internal commitment towards Sriman Narayana and his devotees that is very, very important. So that is Sri Vaishnava. Then next step is Sri Vaishnava prachAraka. So the program title is being explained here. What is the program? Now pracharam is sharing what we have, what we know. That is pracharam. Now pracharaka means one who does it. Now who can do this pracharam? Ideally, one should be learning the sampradaya principles in a systematic way and then start practicing it. Because knowledge without practice is not very beneficial. And we have to hence practice whatever we have learned. And then once we practice for some time, now we'll be able to share that with others because we have tasted the goodness in this sampradaya and we have understood the goodness and now we can share that to others. Um, it is good. It is a noble thought to share good things with others. So that step of sharing what you learned, what we are practicing to others is known as prachara. So here pracharaka means the one who is ready to share our Sri Vaishnava experience with others. The one who is not hesitant to talk about sampradaya principles, these things to others. So that is pracharaka. Now, what principles are important in our sampradayam? We can see that briefly. Then we will go on to it subsequently in detail. But what is the core of our sampradayam? There are a few different ways this is explained. There is Tattva Hita Purushartha. This is explained as the core of our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Tattva Hita Purushartha means three things. Tattva means truth, true entities. That is Jivatma, Paramatma, and Achit. All three are true entities. So, having good knowledge about Tattva, that is one thing. Then Hita. Hita means, path, way. So, we have to accomplish something. For that, the path has to be known. That is known as Hita. And then Purushartha is the goal, what is desired by Purusha. That is Purushartha. What is that goal? So, in our Sampradayam, for the Jivatma, the goal is to reach Paramatma and serve him eternally. For this, what is the path? Bhagavan himself is the path. Sharanagati is the way through which we reach him. So this Tattvahita Purushartha are foundation of our Sampradaya. And then there is also Artha Panchakam. We need to know 5 things. Any Sri Vaishnava must know these 5 things. That is Jivatma Swarupam, Paramatma Swarupam, Upaya Swarupam, Upaya Swarupam, Virodhi Swarupam. Jivatma is all of us, Atmas, sentient beings. Paramatma is Bhagavan, Sriman Narayana. And then Upaya Swarupam. What is the way, path for the Jivatma to reach Paramatma? That is Upayam. And then Upayam. What do we do after reaching Paramatma? After attaining Bhagavan, after reaching Bhagavan, what are we supposed to do? That is Upayam. And then finally Virodhi. What is stopping us from accomplishing that? What are the hurdles we are facing? So these 5 things need to be known. There is also Tattvatrayam. That is Chitta Achiti Ishvara. We have seen that in the Tattva explanation. So that is also something to be known. So everyone, every Atma, in fact, should know these things so that they can progress towards Bhagavan. So these are the principles which are foundational and which we all have to know. So that is the focus of our effort also, that we want to be very strong in these principles. So that is there. Now, beyond that, when we look at the pracharaka should have good understanding good clarity of philosophy and should be willing to share it with others. So that principle is very, very important for pracharaka to understand that we have to learn, we have to practice, and we also have to share good things with others. So that is the term pracharaka, and that is what we are trying to develop. So pracharaka development program. So this development program means training these pracharakas, those who are willing to take up to SrIvaishNava Sampradaya with full interest, and those who are ready to go through some learning process and dedicate some time for this, and ultimately become a pracharaka. So that is the purpose of this program, that we want to develop pracharakas who can learn concepts, understand them, and put them into practice and then share it with others. Now we have to understand that this we have to understand that the goal of this program is not to create upanyasakas or kalakshepa adhikaris, because those things will take long time. We are looking at around 1 hour, 1 year to 1.5 years duration, where we will go through systematically foundational aspects, and with the help of these foundational aspects, we will be confident to explain to others about our sampradayam. So it is only an informal level, and also to reach out to people, as many people, like we may have friends, we may have relatives, we may have people who we meet and become a little bit acquainted. So to be able to confidently discuss sampradaya principles, a variety of sampradaya principles, share the ideas, and then be able to convince them. So that is our goal, not to develop very good lecturers and kalakshepa, because it's not possible within a short time frame. It takes more time, and if someone develops into that role, it is well and good, but eventually it will happen by Bhagavad Ramanuja's kripa. So that is the purpose of our Sri Vaishnava Pracharaka development program. Now, how do we go about it? What do we do in this is something which we have to understand, and that is something I will explain now. The program is designed to happen during the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. As of now, 3 to 4:30 slot is allotted, but we will see, depending on the convenience of the participants, we can even change the timings if there is requirement for that. But as of now, we've kept it in this time. So the duration will be about 1.5 hours. Every session will be 1.5 hours. In this 1.5 hours, what we are planning to do is we are planning to make everyone speak about 3 important topics. There will be 3 streams in this program, half an hour for each topic or each stream. First one is Divya Prabandham, because Divya Prabandham is the foundation for us. Even though Vedam is the Moola Shastram, the meanings of Vedam, essence of Vedam is given by Nammalvar and all other Alvars. And this Divya Prabandham is the basis on which all our Alvars Acharyas done all the Kalakshepams, Pracharams, and all of that. So, Divya Prabandham is a very important topic, and in that Divya Prabandham, we are going to focus on Nityanusandhanam, those pasurams which we have to recite on a daily basis. So, we are going to take those pasurams and we are going to go through them. We are going to go through the meanings for them. So, this is the first section. Second stream or second section will be Guru Paramparai. We have to understand the glories of Alvars and Acharyas. We have to understand how they lived their lives, how they took decisions in critical situations. We have to understand these thoroughly. For that, we have kept Alvars and Acharyas' life history as the second topic, second stream. Finally, Rahasya Granthams are to be studied by SrIvaishNavas systematically, properly. So, in the Rahasya Grantham section, we are keeping Mumukshupadi, because Mumukshupadi is a very foundational Grantham which talks about the most important principles of our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam. We have kept Mumukshupadi as part of the syllabus also. This is like a syllabus basically. We have Nityanusandanam Pasurams, we have Guru Parampara, and then we have Mumukshupadi. These three streams will be there, and each person, let's say there are 15 members in this, 15 Bhagavatas in this group, each person will get to present one topic in rotation. So today's program, let's say we are having a new program today, there will be 3 Bhagavatas, each one will talk about one topic. So one person, one Bhagavata will talk about Nityanusandanam, a particular item in that. Similarly, Guru Parampara, one particular Alvar or one particular Acharya's life history. And then Mumukshupadi, one particular set of sutrams. So this will be the overall design of the program. And in that, first 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes will be for presentation. So each person has to present whatever they have learnt in 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. We have to limit the time strictly because everyone has to get chance. So 20 minutes for the presentation and 10 minutes for discussion based on the presentation. Because everyone in the group would have listened to the same content, lectures and so on. So everyone would have listened to the same content, but only one person will be presenting. So 20 minutes is the duration for that person to present. Remaining 10 minutes will be for discussions, question and answers, doubts, or if that person who presented did not do it correctly, maybe misunderstood something, others can point out because everyone has heard the same content. So this is the way it will happen. Now, the basis for the presentation, for the lectures, 15-minute talks, 15-20 minutes talks, is our coil.org website, our YouTube channel. We have all these topics already explained in multiple languages. All of this content is available in multiple languages. Mainly, we are focusing on English here. Most of the topics which we are going to present, they are all available either as lecture or as articles, write-ups. So we have to use the content in coil.org YouTube channel or website and understand the concepts, listen to those lectures, and then present based on the lectures in the session. So the lecture may be 1 hour long. Let's say Mumukshupadi lecture may be 1 hour. Guru Parampara lecture may be 30 minutes. Divya Prabandham lecture may be 1 hour. So totally for one session, the participants will be listening to almost 3 hours of lecture for one session. But only one person will be presenting for each topic. So all others, everyone must have heard all the content, but only one person will present. Now, because everyone has heard the same content and have studied the same content, if the person who is presenting is deviating, we can identify that at the end of the session. So 20 minutes, we should not disturb the person. Let them present. And if the once the presentation is over, others can highlight feedback or any corrections or anything like that. Now, the aim should be collective growth. It is not, this program is not to just bring up one Upanyasaka or Kalakshepadikari. It is for collectively, we need lot of pracharakas for our Sampradaya. Many people need to understand our Sampradayam clearly and go to different areas and present our Sampradaya principles confidently, without any hesitation, without any difficulty, in a very free-flowing mechanism. So that is the goal. So everyone needs to see each other as one's own self. We have to see, just like I am growing, other person should also grow. So that concept, that mindset should be there. So we should help each other. It's not like pointing out mistake. Let's wait for that person to do some mistake and we'll highlight in the public, oh, you did this wrong. That is not the goal. It is to help each other and be in a friendly environment, very respectful environment. So we use the content from coil.org only. That is a strict syllabus. Basically, it is like a course where we use the syllabus. Because if we use resources from various places, then each person will come and present something and we will not be able to validate, we will not be able to follow, we will not be able to stop where to stop. We will not be able to do that. So we will use the same content. Everyone will study the same material, whether it is lectures or write-ups, and then present within the stipulated time. Now, the reason for the stipulated time is obviously everyone has limited time. Second is, many times when we go for pracharam, when we go for sharing our sampradaya information, we may only have a small window of opportunity. We may have 10 minutes with a person. Within the 10 minutes, we have to impress that person and share the information and create interest in that person. So that practice should come now itself, that we have to be able to present the information within a very short time frame. The essence should be understood and presented. That is why we have to take notes when we listen to lectures or when we listen to kalakshepams or when we read through articles. We have to make some quick notes for us so that we can comfortably present within that stipulated period of time. So this is how we are going to conduct the sessions. So for Saturday and Sunday, for 1.5 hours each, we have to listen to around 6 hours of lectures in the 5 days, Monday to Friday. So Monday to Friday we have. On Monday itself, we will send the link to the lectures which we have to listen and write up articles which we are having. We will share those content, and based on that content, we can prepare ourselves within the 5 days, and Saturday and Sunday we can present during the session. So this is the overall plan in our program. There are few rules and regulations which we have to follow in this initiative. Everyone should have their videos on during the presentations, because then we will get a feeling of satsangam, that we are having so many Bhagavatas in our group and it's a real goshti. It's not just imaginary. So that real feeling should be there. We should treat it as a real satsangam. And also, we should be dressed in traditional Vaishnava clothes. Men should be in dhoti and uttariyam. Thiruman should be compulsorily there. Sri Churnam Thiruman should be there. And women should be in sari. If it is young women, then it is okay. But other than that, traditional clothing should be worn by everyone with proper Thiruman and Sri Churnam. It is compulsory for everyone and should have the video on. It should not be like having pant shirts or western clothing for men or women, and then having the video off so that we can just speak and share whatever we have known. That is not the purpose. The purpose is satsangam, and we should be respecting the goshti in a proper way, that we should be dressed properly and we should be willing to present it in a very pleasant way. Also, we should ensure that we limit the time. So if it is 20 minutes, we must stop by 20 minutes. We should know which points to present and we should limit that 20 minutes, because if one person delays, takes more time, then it will affect other persons. Some people, when they get the mic, they cannot stop it. They just keep speaking. But we should be time conscious, because it will also help the program's smooth conduct, and it will also develop that time consciousness in us. Like I said before, if we get an opportunity to speak to somebody for 5 minutes and we have to convince that person for 5 minutes, we should quickly gather the important gist and deliver that to that person, so that he gets some interest and he comes back to us without us going to him. So that is the goal. These are some of the rules and regulations which we have to follow. Other than that, we have here Varadarajan Swami and Srimati Jayashrima. Both have been through our prachAraka development program in the past. We've had actually, as I said before, 2 batches in Tamil and 3 batches in English. Many Bhagavatas have participated and they've had life-changing impact by going through this course. They've had good transformation and they are also engaged now in meaningful Kainkaryams. For example, we are conducting the Sri Varavaramani Vidyalayam children's classes on a daily basis almost. We have 2 batches now. This whole program is managed by all the Bhagavatas who participated in our prachAraka development programs. And also many Bhagavatas of this prachAraka development program, those who participated in this, they are trying out in different various ways to spread the Sampradaya principles in whatever ways possible. Some examples could be, for example, if there is an apartment complex, we can invite some of the members whom we may know and introduce them to a satsangam, give them some idea about Alvars, Acharyas, share them some books. We have published around 200 books. So we can share some of those books and encourage them to read those books and engage in Sampradaya principles. So these are some opportunities, because when we do this project, we have to understand what is the implementation. One is personal transformation, that is a primary goal. But after that, we also have to impact others by sharing information. Whenever we meet people, we should not talk anything useless, just materialistic talks. We should just speak. Maybe we can tell that, oh, Kuratalwan was like this, Periya Nambi was like this, Tirukoti Nambi was like this, Ramanujacharya was like this. So we can share those little bit of information so that others will get some interest towards Sampradaya. So that confidence level, that free-flowing speech, for that we are getting the platform to practice here. Here we are going to have at least 10-15 members. So 10-15 members in front of them, if we are speaking, then we get that stage fear removed. We get that free-flowing speech. Even if my own lectures, if I look back like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, when I was doing giving lectures, now I can see some difference. There is some improvement. So there is scope for improvement for all of us. And this 1.5 years or so practice will push us into a better state where we can speak fluently, confidently, with very good knowledge base, foundational knowledge base, which we will acquire from this program. So that is the benefit of this program. Also, this program, because it involves Mumukshupadi also, we have to ensure that those who are attending this program have had Panchasamskaram, because Panchasamskaram is an important aspect in our Sampradayam to identify ourselves as a Sri Vaishnava. If it's not done already, at least they should have plans to get it done within the next 2-3 months. Then it is fine, because they have the interest, they have the inclination, they have the commitment. It's just a matter of time. There is some hurdles, then it's fine. But if there is no plan for Panchasamskaram, if just one wants to gain knowledge for the sake of gaining knowledge, then this course is not recommended for such persons. Only for those who are sincere, those who are committed, those who are able to follow through and complete the course. Only it is for such persons. It will be a very intense course, because 2 days each of you have to present, and for that 5 days of window is there. 5 days preparation opportunity is there. So you can take those 5 days and try to complete the existing, going through the existing articles and prepare yourselves. Of course, you can refer to other materials, other authentic materials, but when we are speaking, it's better to stick to what is available in our coil.org website and YouTube channel. So this is a very brief introduction. If there are any questions from your side, please feel free to ask. Adiyan will also request Varadarajan Swami and Srimati Jayashrima to share a few words about the program. If there are any doubts, first you can get them clarified. Anyway, we are recording this session also. If anyone missed this session also, we can watch the video later and grasp the points. Any questions specifically?
Adiyan Das.
Yeah.
Adiyan. My name is Keshav.
Yeah.
Swami, just want to give a light summary to see if my understanding is correct.
Okay.
So the thing is, on Monday, every Monday of the week, we'll be circulating the topics for all Adiyas to go through for the week.
Right.
And on Saturday, we will have to prepare a presentation based on our understanding on the topic given for the week.
Right.
Is my understanding correct, Swami?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. Adi.
In the beginning, we will have Varadarajan Swami and Srimati Jaishema for the beginning, maybe a month or so, where they will circulate the content and then also be present in the program, monitoring and guiding all the presenters. But eventually, we will need a few volunteers from the group itself who are able to take some of the responsibilities and like sharing the articles on Monday, coordinating the timings, sending out messages. So we'll need some volunteers, but we will gather over time.
Okay.
Those who are willing to do such volunteering, they can always show interest and inform us.
Okay. And Swami, the presentation, while we are giving the presentation, it should be on all three topics.
No, we will have, like, for example, let's say there are 10 members, A, B, C, D, like that, 10 members are there. We will share 6 lectures, let's say, for the week on Monday. So 2 on Divya Prabandham, 2 on Guru Paramparai, 2 on
Mumukshu.
Right? So from these, A will be given Mumukshupadi 1. B will be given Divya Prabandham 1. C will be given Guru Paramparai 1. And then D will be given Mumukshupadi 2. And then E will be given Guru Paramparai 2. And then F will be given this Divya Prabandham. Divya Prabandham, second portion. So 6 persons will get to present every week.
Understood.
But everyone has to listen everything, because that is how, if some person is doing some mistake or not sticking to the topic, we can say, please watch how you are explaining this. This is not in line with what is present in the source. So only if everyone is familiar with the content, we can confidently discuss about it and highlight where someone is going wrong or deviating.
Absolutely.
That is how we will also get complete knowledge, because unless we hear the lectures fully, we will not get full knowledge. We will only get a gist. If we just listen to the gist, then we will only know the gist. For us to get full knowledge, we have to go through the lectures in a systematic way. Some lectures may be only half an hour, like Guru Parampara lectures and all. Some of them will be only 15-20 minutes long. But some lectures like Mumukshupadi, they may be 45 minutes, 1 hour, and so on. So depending on the content, your preparation time may vary. But you may need at least 4 to 5 hours per week, minimum.
Adiyan Ramanujdasan, Adiyan.
Adiya.
Again, first of all, Dasoham to Devariyar and all the Bhagavatas in the group. Dasa's Piranamam is Kandala Rajiv Adiyan. My Acharya is Ramachandra Ji Swami of Bhimavaram, Andhra Pradesh.
Very nice.
Swami, one question regarding Mumukshapudi topic that Devariyar discussed.
Yeah.
For some people like Adiyan, who
Hmm.
has completed Mumukshapudi with from their acharyas.
Nice.
I'm just going through Kalakshepam Sadiyan. First, we have done some 15 days. We have not fully completed the entire Grantham.
Okay.
Now, in this case, do you recommend taking permission from my acharya and then proceed ahead over here?
Sure. If we can get permission, we have contact with Acharya and get permission, that will be great.
Adiyan.
It will be a good refresher for you also. Whatever
Adiyan.
you heard, it can be refreshed in this session, in this cycle.
Adiyan. Adiyan now.
When we have Ashaucham or like periods for women, that time we cannot do the preparation as well as participation. So though, because we are having all the content anyway, it's in our website. Even if we are unable to attend these sessions, we can manage from listening to the lectures on the website and reading the content which are available and manage the same for that particular period of time. Few days, if we are unable to attend, then it's fine. We can catch up using the content which are available already. Varadarajan Swami, anything to add?
Again. Actually, tomorrow, what we will do is, when we meet at 3 o'clock, we will go through where this information is available in our website or in our YouTube playlist. Normally, what happens is, at the end of tomorrow, before concluding the session, we will identify the topics for the next week and also who will be the presenter. The presenter's name will also be finalized tomorrow itself so that the person knows that this is the topic I have to prepare. And he or she knows where to take the details from. Of course, we'll also circulate it in the WhatsApp group also. So during the session itself, at the end of the session, we'll identify 6 presenters for the next week. This is how actually the program will go ahead. And there can be occasion where whomsoever I nominated to present, that person is not able to join for some reason. There can be a backup person who has prepared, who will be willing to prepare or will be able to present the extempore sort of thing, where he can, whatever he or she has learned, they can present it in the class also. That's how the practical aspect of it is. And Adian can definitely say this will be a very interesting and experience, very enriching experience. So Adian is quite delighted to be part of this concern from Adian.
Srimati Jayashrima, you want to say anything? Okay. One important aspect which I will emphasize also in our past batches, over the course of these sessions, the participants will become very close and very develop an anyonya bhava. Basically, it's a real Atma Bandhutvam will develop, because the objective of the course is, as I said before, is not to propel one person, but collective growth of all the Bhagavatas. Everyone should help each other and share Satvishayam in a very nice way and help each other and bring the Goshti together. So that Anyonya Bhavam should develop over a period of time. That will naturally happen because everyone is having the same interest, having interest towards learning Sampradaya principles, practicing it and sharing it with others. So that will lead to that developing Atma Bandhus. So tomorrow's session, Varadarajan Swami will show all of you that where the content is, how we have to go about finding out information in our website. For example, we have lectures for some, we may not have lectures for some portions. For that, we have to depend on translations. So if you go to divyaprabandham.coil.org, we have detailed commentaries for almost all of the prabandhams, many of the prabandhams, which again, whatever we are covering in this first level of our prachAraka development program, we have all the content in either audio video format or written format in English. So we have to know where to go and find the information. Some information will be available in divyaprabandham.coil.org. Some information will be available in acharyas.coil.org. For example, all the Guru Parampara details will be in acharyas.coil.org. And then Granthams like Mumukshupadi, that is available in granthams.coil.org. We have our YouTube channel where there are many playlists where we can go through and find out particular lecture in our YouTube channel where it is available. So using all of these resources and the methodology, all of that will be explained in detail by Varadarajan Swami in the next session. It will be a short session tomorrow. And then from next weekend onwards, we will do the regular program where all of you will start presenting. Tomorrow it can just be feedback sharing or doubts or question and answers that can be clarified. And also one more thing, if there are any doubts or confusions, those will sometimes be resolved in the discussions in the group itself. When you are all discussing and analyzing the presentation, those time itself, whatever doubts you may have may get clarified. If there are lingering doubts, if there are doubts which remain, then that can be presented to Adian in the Q&A group, WhatsApp group, or I will try to attend the session once a month or so. At that time, those doubts can be clarified also. That's also something which you can do. With this, we will stop today's session. Again, we'll upload this video just for the reference of those who may not have attended and who may have missed it. We'll start the session from tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Hope everyone continues and completes this course successfully. Alvar Emberimanar G.R. Thirudi Gadeshwaram, G.R. Thirudi Gadeshwaram.
Just